So, like many other creatives and gay people, I use Pinterest a lot for mood boards and for inspiration and such. I just like collecting little images and little trinkets to hoard. So when I saw this template on TikTok where the images are entirely determined by your previous Pinterest history, I saw it and immediately went, holy shit, I could draw something out of this. I saw that almost a year ago. I did it again after a few months, and then both of those videos were privated. I made the whole video. I even got through editing the whole thing, but I couldn't shake the feeling when I was finished with the art that I was just dissatisfied with it. I kept seeing problems with it, and I didn't want to put something out that I didn't feel that good about for the sake of just posting things faster. So that video was entirely scrapped. Until now! That's right, I redrew both of those drawings, plus the brand new third time I did the challenge. I really like Pinterest, guys, can you tell? And of course, this new drawing isn't perfect. There's definitely things I want to change about it, but I do feel a lot more confident in it. So my most recent attempt at the challenge gave me these images. It gives you a grid to fill out by searching each word in Pinterest, and the result is determined by your account search history and the history of all the pins you've saved. You can also search the word plus your name, but I didn't do that, at least not for this video. So I got different images for each one because I did them like months apart. And then I tried to make a character slash artwork based off of them. Like I decided to include the place image for two of them as part of the background, which was more so part of the art and not the character, but I digress. This first one had a cat with a goldfish, lily of the valleys, a street at night again, but it has snow, photography, Claudine from Monster High, chocolate covered strawberries, coffee, and this shade of light pink specifically. And this is the Milano board I gave to her. They don't sponsor me, and I'm not going to accept any sponsor offers for a while just because life reasons. The character images I think were both the most flexible and the hardest to incorporate, because I want to take elements for them where you can tell like, oh yeah, this part of the design came from that character. But I don't want the whole character to just be like Claudine in a different outfit or something. By now I've done the challenge twice, so while the drawing itself isn't really my favorite, the concept for the design definitely is. The elements that I took from Claudine were the were-animal species, which I changed to a were-cat for the cat image, and her trait of being a fashionista. This is probably a mix of my personal taste and the time period of G1 Monster High, but I thought of Y2K fashion when I thought of fashionista. So from the inspiration I got with images of Y2K fashion, plus the snow photo where I decided the character would be in a winter outfit, I decided on a mainly pink outfit with a fur coat, fur-lined skirt, and fuzzy boots. Underneath the coat would be a graphic tank top and fancy belt. The graphic in question for the top would have goldfish from the goldfish image, and I really wanted it to feel kind of Fruitiger Aqua, or with a non-technical term, whimsical and girly pop. To be extra girly pop, she has a second chain belt thing with chocolate strawberries. A more subtle element of the chocolate strawberries was the pattern of her fur coat, which I wanted to resemble the drizzled chocolate on the strawberries. The whole right column of images are more subtle, I think. The coffee I used for her hair and tail color, brown with white streaks, again the streaks being Y2K influenced. And for the general color palette, pastel pink as a main color with that coffee brown and off-white as accents. For the hobby, I just straight up gave her a camera and made the background a sidewalk on a street. I made her hair sorta shaped like a lily of the valley. It's mostly the ends of it where it curls up a bit like the petals. And I added a lily of the valley embedded into the belt. About 3 of those things I forgot to do, but I added them post-recording, just trust me on this, bro. For that initial first round, we had image of a cat, Saturn, painting, 2 images of forests, this girl really likes forests, blue, girl from Scott Pilgrim, the cat treat things. I have gone throughout this whole recording and I couldn't really think of the words to describe what they are to search on Google, so I'm gonna be calling them cat treats. And the lily of the valley again, don't worry, we had a different flower for the other one. I have never seen or read Scott Pilgrim ever, so I went to the wiki to learn about the character. This is Holly, and she works at the video store, and I don't know how plot relevant she is, because never saw the thing. In the original image, I wanted to give her Holly's just like bored looking expression, and I think in the second one I made her eyes a bit too not bored to have that carry through, but I did still give her a messy hairstyle and Holly's banger eyeshadow. Like, she is slaying. The original drawing had pins on her sweater, and one of the pins I imagined would be from the video store she works at. I changed the sweater to a hoodie for this one, but I don't remember why I did that. I did manage to merge the planet and the little cat treat into one. So now it's a space cat treat, and that's what I put for the hoodie graphic. I think the bag was supposed to also include a painting on it, but I didn't add it for whatever reason, but I was still able to incorporate that painting image via actual paint on the girl's jeans. That happened to me when I was painting sets for drama, and I unironically think it's kind of a slay. The forest is only in the color palette and the background, however, the combination of like the hoodie and the baggy pants I decided on because I thought it fit the foresty setting. I wanted it to look cozy or fall-like. The lily of the valley I decided to put into embroidery on the jeans because the flower itself just looks really pretty and I wanted to use it in the same vein as the cat treat in a way. This middle attempt is evidently a lot more colorful and it has a lot more going on. I sketched her first way back during calculus and already she had the vibes of just being really messy and eccentric. This time I actually did see the movie the character image is from. It's Coraline, and I decided early on I would give her this big raincoat like Coraline has. But then I mostly took inspiration from the movie, specifically the cat, and I made the tail specifically shaped like that of the cat from Coraline. That was also at first how I wanted to incorporate the food, which was also a cat, but I remembered the animal is a dog. Did I want to make her a dog or a cat? That was the question. I decided I would just make her a creature, a straight up creature, some ambiguous thing. The dog also inspired her hair, and it's why I decided to give her leg warmers as well to reference this dog silhouette. The haircut of the dog really reminded me of those emo or scene bangs, and the emo LolXD cringe haircut ended up inspiring the rest of the composition as well as the character's sort of like energy and personality. I would imagine they are pretty energetic. I wanted to make her generally dirty looking as well to match the garage looking grungy images. Not sure how to describe those. The hobby image itself, aka like what I got when I searched hobby on Pinterest, I'm not entirely sure what it's saying and I don't remember what the caption said, but I took it as scavenging. So the creature has little pins and trinkets and such in her hair. I would imagine her necklace with the shapes from the little cat food image is also made of scrapped thrown away beads. The rest of the outfit is probably a mix of store-bought and handmade. The handmade definitely including the skirt, which the shape I wanted to resemble the flower. The jacket is definitely a statement piece because I saw the search result for color. I wanted all of it. The whole pattern is perfection. It cooks, it serves, and it eats. But obviously I can't just take the pattern, copy and paste it. That is theft. In Procreate, I used the crystal and edge tools for both the rain jacket and the shirt, which is where I put Mars, but now I don't have those in this new program on my computer. I had to switch because I genuinely cannot use my iPad anymore. I did try to make the jacket have the same colors that just gradually fade into each other. That was the best I could do at the moment. To make the shirt fabric look like velvet, I just made the colors for my shading and highlights a lot more contrasting. Like they were more darker or lighter than I would normally do, and I played with the contrast slider. But I also think that's in part to the brush I used. But with that aside, here is the final piece of all three of them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I don't know when I'll be back. If you do want to see more, then I would recommend you follow me on Instagram because I post more there, maybe Tumblr, and I will see you sometime.